I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm not in charge of your scheduling of clerks.
Yeah.
You know. As for Jeff, now he's giving me suggestions of who to talk to in the district. I'm like, I have people I talk to in the district. Just leave me alone. Highland Park is not the same demographic kid that we have.
Yeah.
I hate to tell it to you that way.
So, okay, so what happened?
Oh, it's some teacher could not find stuff in my Schoology. She's like, well, I don't know what to do. And then Lindsay's thing, of course.
Yeah.
Apparently he was supposed to talk to Lindsay. And then there was what's her face heading on to the pile,
Yeah.
thinking that I'm teaching AP level chem, which I'm not. Not teaching.
Not even remotely.
No. Not even.
And I'm not a chem specialist, and I can tell that it's not AP level chem.
Oh God. I used to teach AP. Wow, that's a whole different animal. But if I bounce out, I won't be talking. But the deal is, so he didn't bring any stuff. It's like that was uncalled for, blah blah. Yeah, he's smacking. But then it was, yeah, but you need to fix this and make it prettier in school too. Because he's like, if I was a kid, I'd be overwhelmed. Well, if you were a kid, you'd be, like, say, you'd be showing up to class, and then you would be overwhelmed. And the kids that show up to class are not. They're getting A's. Just like when you were in my age.
Yeah.
Like, kids show up and page and watch the videos.
I don't know. I think that he addressed the fact that like they need to stop doing this and that he's going to talk to them because I feel like if you run the data on your class, it's pretty clear, you know. And this whole thing, well, no, the students aren't passing. That's what their argument is, and it's not factual.
No, not factual. And they couldn't come up with. And I said, I asked the students, they couldn't come up with it. And she was like, well, another staff member said something. I said, well, which one? Let me talk to them. I will help address that. Why can't you? You can't tell me who's doing it or which kids are having difficulty. I can't trust that person. You know, just because one person is asked to be out of my class and take it as a credit recovery, well, that's not a reason why I need to teach my whole class.
Yeah.
It's my thought. But, you know, hey, because Rebecca had a request to drop from the class and put in credit recovery terms. Like, well, great. You wanna coast through. That's fine. That's what they've learned. What credit recovery is easy.
Yep.
And that's. And I'm like, I can't teach credit recovery level stuff, but we do 5 forms and that's a thing, and then we'll just run credit recovery chemistry the first run. But that's against district policy.
Well,
So
my thing is I like what Kalura, I talked to Kalura at the beginning of the year, and she said, listen, I can't fight credit recovery. And I'm tired of adjusting my curriculum and my class content for students who are just gonna take credit recovery anyway. I'm gonna keep it where it's supposed to be, and if the students can't, do it, then they just need to do credit recovery, and that's that. And I kind of feel like that's a similar take with chemistry, like, listen, like, I'm not gonna dumb down my curriculum to where it's already a shell of what it should be, and, you know.
Yeah, I completely. Well, and that's the curriculum they chose.
Yeah.
But I'm teaching the curriculum with the vitality it deserves. You know, I'm teaching the curriculum we have, or what the district has said is our curriculum.
Yeah.
With the intent of the curriculum. You know, is it the chemistry you and I took as high schoolers? No. Is it even close? No.
Yeah.
I showed them what the periodic table was, just so they could look up what elements were, you know. They don't have to memorize it, they don't have to know the symbols, they don't have to know the charges, they don't have to know how to balance things, how to do stoichiometry. You know, all these things that, I know, I'm speaking Greek to you, but it's.
I follow, you're good.
It's the heavy lifting math that was part of chemistry.
That used to be part of it, yeah.
Now it's all the feel good stuff, which is fine. I don't care. I'll teach what you want me to. But don't come at me when I'm teaching what you want me to and tell me, teach it dumber now.
Yeah.
Teach it easier so a social studies teacher can figure it out that admittedly didn't understand science when they took it the first time.
Yeah. Who admits that they struggle with it and they have always struggled with it.
Yeah. Or the EA that, and I know we hire EAs, and I know we hire EAs for their empathy and their nicety and their kind and gentleness of dealing with special needs kids and other things.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand it. It's not their wheelhouse. I get it. Then send them to me.
Yep, that's why you're here. That's why you're there. They do, honestly, they do that to Kalura too. Like last year in EA to Kalura was like, oh, this is confusing. And all it literally was a freaking outline for an essay. And they're like, oh, this is like college level writing. And Kalura and I were just like, no, it's not. Like, you know, like, it was just very, I think that these people need to understand where their limitations are. And they need to reach out to the teacher and use the teacher, right? Like just because, like you said, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. It just means that you don't understand it and you need to acknowledge your own limitations.
And there's not a textbook. That's the hardest thing for people like that.
Yeah.
There's not a textbook you can say, let's go read the book.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to look at the PowerPoint, understand where to go get the resources. They're all right there. You have to watch the videos. I can't make it easy. Without retooling it, re-websiting it, and redoing the whole thing, it's really hard to make it any more easily. Because we did not buy an online curriculum. We bought an in-person discussion-based curriculum.
Yeah.
Or we didn't buy it. It's free. It's open sourced.
Yeah.
We didn't buy it. You know, that's, and I can tell this to you, but I can't spout this to Jeff because he'll be like, well, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fine. I get things in folders so it looks easier.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all they want me to do, I'll do that.
I don't know. I just think I'm very disillusioned by the demand on the teachers to dumb everything down and just how everything has been just completely destroyed, you know, and this like supposed drive for equity, when really what you're doing is you're creating a complete underclass.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the strive for equity is not the pulling them up by their bootstraps, it's the squashing everybody that thrives.
Yeah, that's how it, honestly, yeah, that's how it looks. Absolutely. Just everybody else needs to just not be as great. I don't know.
The trouble will be when they walk in that first college class and go, oh shit.
I had a girl in high school. Who I went to high school with, and she cheated all through high school. That's how she was an A student. And she went to the same university. She went to Marquette, just like I did, and she dropped out within a semester.
Oh yeah, you can't survive in Marquette cheating. Sorry.
No.
You eat my lunch.
No, you're fine. But no, she thought that like it was just gonna go, and nope, that's not how it rolls.
Marquette is not about anything like that. Marquette will eat you alive.
It was, yeah. And the fact that she just thought it was possible, like no. And then and the same with them. they're gonna try to go into UMN, they're gonna try to go into St. Thomas, and it's just gonna be, very challenging for them.
They're gonna try and do St. Thomas, or they're gonna try and do X, Y, you name whatever university they go to, it doesn't matter. Whatever one they try to go to, they're gonna be like, well, like the kids in my chem class, and this was a chem class I took as a, this was 1980 something, 1989, fall of it. I was the kid who, I was the AB high school student. And I probably could have been the straight A high school student had I cared.
Mm-hmm.
Does that kind of track?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
I walked into college, and the chem teacher said, look to the left, look to the right, one of you will remain at the end of the semester. The other two will take this again. If you want to continue in the career path you're going.
Yeah.
He was exactly right. And, instead of 3, I think it'll be 5. Or 10 now. Because the college curriculum is not changing.
I'm wondering what they're doing to address, like, what's been happening. I'm really curious, like, how much of an adjustment they made.
A doctor still has to know his chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's what concerns me, is like, I don't care, I don't know, I don't know how St. Paul, it's like, it's all smokes and mirrors, like, I don't know how St. Paul is, ethically okay with what's happening. With them passing students, and they're not really, these students aren't capable of doing what they need to. Like, it's concerning that a lot of these students, I had a senior, I told you this last year, I had a senior say, I've never written an essay before. And I'm like, okay, whoa,
Yeah, I mean, was it that you were never presented to write it, or that you took a 0 on it?
No, they never were presented. It's, yeah, all through their entire, I think they were mostly at the online school. For 9, maybe 10 through 12.
I mean, we were told not to at all.
No, she's not even checking for AI. It's just Cooler and I who are checking. Well, be careful, because I caught Yakub last year with some of your presentations, like, and just copying and pasting AI all in there.
So was what's his name 2 years ago? He would cheat all the time. The Somali boy.
Mumtaz? No.
Firstborn Somali male. Everybody thought he was the fastest thing in the world. Maybe you weren't with us yet. I don't know.
I've been
I
with
thought you were.
the first year I was with, I've been since the school opened.
Yeah, then you were here. He was I can't even think. He didn't graduate with us. But he was with us in his junior year. Because I had him in chem.
I want to know who it is now.
I was probably his lowest rated student. Because I made him do shit. Everybody else just gave him an A because he was him.
That's annoying.
Yeah. He's kind of like the Pete's of the world.
Yeah.
The everybody's darling.
Yeah.
How dare you give Pete lower than a name?
Well, it's just phenomenal. Like, we just had a student in English just recently. This kid turned in 5 English assignments, 3 of which were summatives, and used AI on everything. And our policy, and the student took an AI policy quiz and got almost full points on it. And so in theory, she knew our policy, right? Our policy is the first, you get a 0 if it's caught falling for AI. And then you only get one redo for the entire year. And then she went and turned in 5 assignments. And it's just, and the teachers are all like, oh, be gentle with her, she's going through a lot. And then another teacher goes, oh, I just read something she wrote and it's about her personal life, and I know because it's about her personal life, it doesn't have AI and it was very well written. And I'm just like, what does that have to do with the student coming into English class and cheating on 5 assignments? You know what, and she knew what the policy was. Like, what is that, why are you asking me to show leniency? I don't really understand, you know? It's just this like, again, like, it's to make them feel good, and it's like, for what? Like, are you helping that student that there's no consequences, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and I fall into, so you know this about me. My son was special needs.
Yeah.
You know, we'll talk about that. And then we had the special needs counselor who's like, oh, let's not do this, let's do this, and all this stuff, and blah, blah, yakety. You're not helping them. I can't say that blatantly to her, but you're not helping.
Yeah.
You're just making it worse. I mean, you're the, and I know everybody's heart's in the right spot. And I can say this to you, but please don't repeat it. You know, I go into a study hall to help out with somebody because they were having a hard time trying to do something. They weren't finding, they were like, well, what do you do with this? How do we do this? I mean, it's the third assignment in this thing. Like, I'll come into the study hall to help you out. And they're in study hall. 2 staff members.
Yep. And, yeah.
2 staff members. The activity sheet, and the staff member is writing on in front of her screen. I'm like, that's not the point of having them think for themselves.
No, you're doing it for them.
That's called parity. Parity. And
That's what, what's that one staff member that we used to have, the social studies, Alex? That's what they, all the time, and it's like, oh, the kids are passing, but yeah, she's literally doing 15 of these every single time. Of course it's happening. Not to mention, it's completely toned down into like nothing. Yeah.
like, that's not World War II. Do a 4-panel cartoon of World War II. There's Hitler, he was bad. He killed people. We won. You know what? You want it that oiled out in it? That's World War II.
And so, no, it's scary, because these are people who are gonna go into society, and I have to deal with them later, you know?
Well, they're gonna vote.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at the point, these people are going to vote. And you saw what uneducated people voted into office. I don't care what the political views are. What they voted into office was a guy that was, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the most moderate person in the world, mostly, for politics. But, you know, I was not for the current president.
Well, I mean, anybody with any sense of history knows why. Right? Like, he literally is a dictator in transition. Like,
The fact that, you know, he's the fact that he's set up the government.
it's totally, if you watch, it's in a complete playbook, if you literally watch it. Having the police take over Washington D.C. Okay. Like,
He's militarizing agencies against the people.
Yep.
He's waging war against his own people.
Quietly.
And he's quiet. But not in faith. Well, actually, in faith. And this is what scared me the most. You know,
two, there was Ivan and another one.
Yeah. I am not talking to one of the rare occasions that we're sitting at a discussion, and that said, I don't care if you for Trump, small businesses and stuff like that. I didn't say anything about it. Maybe I should have, but maybe I didn't. I should have done. I kind of cut my mouth shut. My thing for small businesses, it's not. I mean, we are a small business.
Yeah.
Because you are the minority. You're probably on the other side of the world.
Yeah, you're literally, it's so funny, it's because dictators will pick a segment of the population that will target, and Latinos are that segment. Yeah, it's fast. Not that, you know.
Latino are that
Yeah.
segment, and he's targeting that. He's going into Memphis next, they said. He
Yeah,
wants to go into
right.
Chicago. Imagine them going into Chicago and hitting Cicero Avenue, where every other business only speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
And that's central, that's not even LA.
Mhm. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. I'm watching what happens. I'm very curious to see what ends up being the result.
Well, this is me being fearful, and me being, there's two things that fear me. If he will get the right, if they consider this to be a state of emergency across the country,
Yeah,
then if the Midwest, West, East Coast have a militarized presence, so we are in a state of emergency, so he suspends elections.
Yep.
Because that's the only way you can suspend elections, because that was the only precedent of suspending elections. We were at war, so let's suspend elections. It wasn't because most of our voting population was overseas. They didn't know how to handle that at the time. But they said, we're at war, so that's fine.
but I'm really curious and I'm wondering how Venezuela is gonna play into that with the war on drugs. If it'll translate to being in cities because they're targeting drug cartels, you know? I'm very curious to see kind of how this progresses.
And, okay, so I'm gonna ask this being ignorant of kind of Latinx groups. Are Venezuelan gangs that big of a deal in Latino communities?
I didn't grow up, so when I grew up in Milwaukee on the south side, at the time, it was primarily Mexican. And yes, they were there, right? There was a big presence.
I knew Mexican gangs were everywhere.
It was Puerto Rican and Mexican, yeah.
I even knew about that out in the sticks. We knew that there were Mexican gangs, and you didn't mess with them because
you just stayed
they were
away.
Mexican.
Yeah. No, but I heard that the Venezuelan, that it's bigger in New York, and Chicago. So it'll be, and I know in Milwaukee right now, I think it's mostly Nicaraguan.
Okay.
And then here in Minnesota, there's a huge Honduran population.
Okay, I could see that. I've seen Honduran stores.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen Honduran foods. But like I said, I'm so far removed from Latino and Latinx communities that I'm genuinely asking because I don't know.
I legitimately could see it being used as an excuse, especially in higher areas where it is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Well, and I can see, so the problem lies that he is pushing these militarized things into the run and democratic cities where the state is largely red, but the democratic city is what caused him to lose the vote in that state.
Yep.
So like Illinois, Memphis is the Democratic city where he lost the vote in Tennessee, but most of Tennessee is rural picks. Once you get out of the cities of Nashville and Memphis.
Oh boy.
Because I know people in Tennessee. I know the rural picks. They are the Bible thumping Baptist, Catholic. Holy shit! What the hell are you saying? That your wife can't do this? Type of people. One of them was the Marquette football coach in the 40s and 50s.
Oh, he was so super.
He was a super Catholic. And, you know, they're still upset about the Civil War when you look at some of those valleys. They talk about the TVA as those government men came and put up dams. And this is a generation out from that, when it actually happened. I really hope the internet has helped them.
No, I doubt it. Internet
I doubt it.
polarizes people.
I really doubt it helped. Oh, man. Sorry I've used your lunch.
No, you're fine. I don't eat lunch, so
Okay.
I'm just great. I'm trying to catch up in grading in English as much as I can because it gets out of fast.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, they're conferences. I have a couple that I'm going to need Danya for, I think.
Yeah,
Who we're going to use.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I would prefer it, honestly. I don't really like using the language line.
I do too.
And then that way she's also in connection with families. So I can ask,
She's got a connection with the families already. It's Edgar
yeah,
and a couple others that I think I got some new ones in my thing that are Spanish speaking at home primarily, but I'll look on campus to be sure. Do you know if our schools have a Somali speaker? Or I'll have to use language line, because I got one that says home language is Somali.
I would probably use language line. I know we have one, but she's a teacher, and so she'll be working during the day. And I don't think we have any EAs that are Somali, which kind of sucks if you think about it. We should have one, especially with how many Somali students we have. But yeah,
And, you know, I would even call up my former student and say, can you be a translator for the day? Because I would trust that she says it right.
yeah, yeah.
She's at the U of M. So this is a prop that I'll put out to you that I got actually from Cliff, believe it or not. He was in contact with the Getty family,
Yeah,
and he was talking to Sammy.
good.
She's like, because of one of the kids, I don't know which one.
Subeda,
Or the one that's special needs. She's the senior this year. But so he's probably talking to Sammy via the mom type of thing. But Sammy was like, yeah, I've been to organic camp. I'm so glad Mr. Dorothy taught me that. Taught me some of the stuff we're going through.
No way, good for her.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. She totally has the ability she has the skill set outside of like the content, just like natural skill set to be successful. I think she'll totally go all the way.
She's got the skill set to be personable. When she doesn't have knowledge, she can make up for it in charisma.
I agree, yeah. And tenacity.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and the willingness to ask a question.
absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, she was great about that.
It's like, I don't get it. That's the hardest thing to say for a student, I know that. But that's the most. And then the follow-up is what don't you get, and being able to answer that is the best thing for her.
Yeah,
And she was able to do that.
absolutely, yeah. And she was humble enough to do it.
And her sister that was older, she's like, yeah, I know. I talked to her at the sister at one of the graduations, and she's like, yeah, I know. I I failed chemistry. I said, you just didn't do it. You didn't fail it, you just didn't do it. She's like, yeah, that's a better way to say it.
Yeah, you just literally just checked out. There was no attempt made.
Yeah.
Zero attempt made.
I'm like, it's not that you couldn't have done it, it's you didn't do it.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. You know, at least she was able to admit that as like a reflection back.
She was so done with school. She was, oh my god, her sister and I would butt heads really, like she did not, funny, she didn't like me, but she gave me a gift. It was the funniest thing, like I thought like I could swear she was just like detested talking to me. Cause I just wouldn't let her shit slide, I was like, no.
Oh, and her sister was so funny. She'd be like, I know, I haven't done anything, but can you help me?
Yeah.
I'll help you, but you gotta turn stuff in when we do it.
Yeah.
No.
They're a good family, I like them.
They are.
They're challenging, but I do like them.
They're challenging, and I was there when Sandy lost her dad.
That was, yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. That was hard for them. So, and I know a lot of people worked really hard to get them in the right spot where they needed to be.
Yeah.
And I worked hard to get her into a U program that gave her, she's actually gotten a scholarship from the program I got her into.
That's phenomenal.
But we're really quiet about it. We shouldn't be, but you know, it was one of those programs that post stuff. You know those programs that post out the food stuff?
I love that you do that, yeah.
And I say, here's a program, do it. Like, that's the one for our biofuels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with it other than I get the updates and
You share it out.
I share it out. Because if there's a kid interested in biofuels, there's a program at the U that wants to make algae into rocket fuel.
Yeah.
That's what the lady that runs that program is still trying to do. She's trying to make algae into fuel.
That's awesome.
That's her gig.
Yeah.
But she wants to share it out to people because she needs research fellows to help her.
I think that's phenomenal. See, none of my teachers shared stuff like that. And I think
None
that,
of mine did either.
yeah, and I think you should, right? Like you should do that.
And if you have a kid interested in any of, if you see something that's posted out there about a science fair competition, that's coming from me. You probably figured that out.
I always talk about it with my students. I have a student who wants to be a genetic counselor.
Oh, yeah.
And
I get him in touch with people.
You should. It's Alexandra. She's a 10th grader. She has. She's a high roller. She 4.0 consistently, very high, like very organized, takes her school seriously, very responsible. If you know anybody, set her up because she needs it and she'll go places.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this, and it's not to be rude or not or anything like that. Genetic counseling, human or animal?
Human.
Okay, I know a cancer guy.
Yeah, because she's into anthropology and she's looking for. I know she's only a 10th grader, but she's looking for work. And if he has an internship where she could just go and watch him, that'd be fantastic.
I don't know how long you might have to be 18 to work in his lab.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with biologicals.
Yeah.
Because he does cancer research at the U, but it's what's that? Schreiner Center in the U.
Yeah.
The Shriners are his main benefactor.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
He does a lot with the mice and the spleen and the cancer cells and. You and Adam and everybody else don't know this, but you know the Bank Stadium, right?
Yeah.
You know the buildings just to the north of them?
No.
The big nondescript office buildings, like on the other side of the parking lot.
Okay.
That are all part of the university. I gotta put up my room, but there's a mouse colony that's like 400,000 mice in there.
Get out of here. Oh my God, and they run that?
They run that. He, um, his research buys certain number of mice out of the colony and certain types of mice. You know, you look for the recipe of the mice in there and you tell them I want a genetically twin mouse, I want this type of mouse, and they go and here's this colony of mice, and you're like, I want to do a wild type mouse thing, so they go and trap mice from the university. They have a wild type strain running around in that they have to keep in separate rooms from the genetically pure lab mice.
Yeah.
But they infect it with cancer cells, and then they do spleen smears to see what's going on with them. Yusra, I'll be right with you.
All right, cool, Northie, I'm gonna let you go. But you have a wonderful day. And yeah, if you ever come across something really cool that you want me to share with my crew students, I'm big on pushing like any internships, any experience, anywhere that they can network, because it's so important.
Yeah, I will look and see if he's running anything. The U is going through chaos right now. But,
I can't even imagine.
Oh yeah.
Between losing funding and all the stuff that's happening with Trump, and then now the strike that's going on.
Yeah, well, the strikes now over.
Oh, good.
Because if they didn't settle it, they were going to lose the Farm Aid concert.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal, so I think they settled out of fear.
Yeah.
I'll be right with you guys. Give me a second here and get your stuff out, and I will come talk to you in breakout rooms.
All right, awesome. All right, Northie, have a good day.
Yes, you too.
All right, ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.
What?
Just listen to this. So I have this teacher sending me an update, like, hey, FYI, because Lindsay shared this, or Paul shared this with me. And it said, good morning, Mom called Alex in sick today. Kaunu is out, so may not get recorded. I let Mai know and hope she'll mark it in campus. I wanted to let you know so he is not marked absent. Right? Paul sends that to me, says FYI. I say we don't touch this. We have to mark as is, so in the case unexcused absent, and then office will go back in and correct. With that being said, Alex is passing, so it'll be marked present based on his grade. She responds to me, I know we do not and how it has to be marked. I just wanted his teachers to know he was sick and to know that I have reached out to Mai about it and hope she would check the absence call line. I wrote, oh, that's confusing because you wrote, I wanted to let you know, so he is not marked absent. Sounds good. Do you see that? She didn't have to respond that to me. She didn't have to say, oh, I already know how it has to be done. Okay, then why are you asking me to not mark him absent? You know?
Why am I full of shit?
I don't, Angel, you're, who cares? Who cares about that guy? Seriously, who cares? Did you see how he was eating the roll? You didn't see him? It's because you were angry. It was the cutest thing. So he had that little tweezer thing, and he was using the tweezers to eat the food, like they were chopsticks. Tú estás escribiendo, mi muchacho, mi cariño, baby love. Huh? But yeah, just like you just said, so you don't mark him absent. Okay, so you know I'm not supposed to go in there. I have to mark as is.
Mm.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, my name is Amanda Rivera Diaz. I am a teacher with the online high school. I'm calling regarding Mohammed Abdullahi. There is a WIDA screener that we are scheduling for the 24th through the 26th. And we need to have Abdullahi come in and test for that WIDA screener. It gives us his academic English levels. Please give me a call back at 651-705-4277. Again, my name is Amanda Rivera Diaz. I'm calling from the online high school. We need to have Abdullahi Mohammed come in for a WIDA screener, September 24th through the 26th. You can pick a date. Again, I can be reached at 651-705-4277. Thank you.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Please leave your message for 65130730014.
Hi, my name is Amanda Rivera Diaz. I'm a teacher with the online high school. I'm calling regarding your student Avina Vang. We need to have Avina come in to take a WIDA screener test. She can pick a day from September 24th through September 26th. She just needs to come in for one day. Please give me a call back at 651-705-4277. Again, my name is Amanda Rivera Diaz. I'm a teacher with the online high school. We need to have Avina Vang minor test, and I can be reached at 651-705-4277.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Yes, yes.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, my name is Amanda Rivera Diaz. I'm a teacher with the online high school.
Yeah.
Hey, who am I speaking to?
Me.
Is it Luewa?
Yeah.
Hey, Luewa, how are you doing? Good. I'm calling, first I want to start off about a WIDA screener that we have to have you come in and take. You can pick a day between September 24th and 26th. Is there a day that would work best for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, which day would you prefer?
What's until what?
The 24th through the 26th.
I think 26.
The 26th, yeah. And then, do you think you could be there by 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. Yeah, sorry.
Perfect. And then do you need transportation or do you have a ride?
Transportation. I don't have a ride.
You do have a ride? Someone can drop you off?
No, I don't. My dad go work and my sister she goes to school to 2 cars.
Okay. Do you live in the school district in St. Paul?
I live in Meadow.
In where?
In Meadow.
Meadows. Let me see.
Meadow. I don't know how to say.
You're fine. Oh, Maplewood. Oh, I think that's out of district. Oh no. And you said no one.
Huh?
You said no one can drop you off. Okay. I might have to send you what is that called? Like a denial. Like you're gonna reject taking the test. Okay. No, where you can't take it because we can't give you transportation if you're out of district. I know that sucks. That sucks. I was looking forward to seeing you. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was I noticed I was kind of going through your stuff and I noticed that your attendance, like you haven't been going to most of your classes. Are you going to school in a different school or what's going on?
I go to Central.
Oh, you are enrolled in Central?
Yeah, Central Academy.
Like Central with SPPS or St. John?
Central.
Okay. Does your mom or dad, do they email?
Watch.
No, no.
No. Okay, Lewa, let me see if I can get a hold. Is your mom home with you right now?
Yeah, she's home.
Okay, give me 1 second. gonna see if I can get a hold. And does your mom speak Karen?
Yeah, she speaks her.
Okay. I know how. I'm gonna call you back, okay, Lewa, in a little bit with someone who can speak to your mom. I just need to make sure what school you're going to, because if you're at a different school, we gotta let St. Paul Public Schools know. Okay, I'll call you right back. Thank you so much, Lewa. All right, bye-bye. Are you sweating?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm good. I wouldn't trust that white man for nothing. He is sneaky and fucking devious.
know.
He is devious.
I don't know about devious.
He is
I just don't
devious.
trust him.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit code.
Wash. Bluey wash. Bluey wash.